Happy day in Tirow, Marianas sports community. Thank you for tuning in to another action-packed episode where we bring you highlights from baseball, soccer, and basketball. My name is Edna.
My name is Ray, and welcome to this week's episode of MSPN.
The opening inning of the game between the D-Niners and the Falcons was a strong start to an intense matchup last Tuesday at the Francisco Tanco Palacios baseball field, with one batter running crossing home plate and another brought in by Jeremy Atalik. The D-Niners were taking an early lead with 2 runs. The Falcons stopped their attack with an easy out at second base after Robert Tudela hit to shortstop AJ Evangelista, preventing the D-Niners from expanding their lead. The Falcons showed their strong offense in the bottom of the first inning, tying the game with a clutch RBI single from Giovanni Mira. A series of errors from the D-Niners left them vulnerable, and the Falcons took advantage, scoring 2 more runs to take the lead. The momentum was clearly with the Falcons, and they extended their lead with an insane hit from Juan Quirigua, even as his bat broke in 2. Another batter crossed the plate, giving the Falcons a commanding 3-run lead against the D-Niners, making the score 5-2. A beautiful throw from D-Niners catcher Robert Tudela to second baseman Isaiah Lizama allowed the D-Niners to stop the Falcons in their track. There were no runs in the top of the second inning as both teams were determined to not let another runner score. From the bottom of the second to the bottom of the third, the Falcons continued their hot streak in the game, with Ian Narita's RBI single bringing in AJ Evangelista and Angel Eagles' 2-run single, bringing in 2 more batters, extending the Falcons' lead to 10-2. Despite the deficit, the D-Niners refused to give up and fought back in the top of the 4th inning, scoring 2 more runs to keep their hopes alive. But the Falcons were not about to let them go too close. With the score now at 14-4, the D-Niners faced an uphill battle as they tried to mount a comeback. At this point, the Falcons only needed 6 more runs to end the game early. Even with their commendable efforts, the D-Niners were unable to put a stop to the Falcons. It was a truly remarkable display of skill and determination from both teams, but the Falcons managed to turn the tables on the previously dominant D-Niners. The final score was 20-5.
On Wednesday, the CK Bears battled it out against the Natives in a match that lasted for 7 innings. The game started off with no runs from both teams in the first inning except for a single hit by Henry Lizama. In the second inning, the Natives gained the lead with 2 runs thanks to the impressive plays of Keone Lizama and Asoki Guerrero, who both made it to home plate. However, in the third inning, the CK Bears made a comeback with 3 runs with Virgil Sharmadal, Kimo Angelen, and Jose Lizama successfully making it to home plate. Unfortunately for the Natives, they made no runs and no hits. In the 4th inning, the CK Bears continued to strengthen their lead with 1 run scored by Jose Lizama. The Natives attempted to catch up in the 5th inning with 2 runs from Juan Tenorio and Ben Guerrero, but it was not enough to match the CK Bears' impressive performance. The CK Bears emerged as the clear winners with a final score of 6-2 against the Natives, thanks to their impressive teamwork and skills on the field.
The game between the Bandits and the Braves was a true battle with both teams determined to gain the upper hand. The game went on longer than anticipated, with neither team willing to give an inch. It was a great start with 2 runs from the Braves, but the Bandits fired back with 5 runs. With another base hit by Harry Nakamura in the second inning, he was able to bring in John Wilson. The Bandits set the pace for the game, determined to take control of the inning, ending 6-2.
It didn't take too long for the Braves to respond as the Braves' IJ Tejeda hit a single run after an error from the opposing team, with Vicente Camacho hitting to the center field for a triple. Andrew Camacho hit a line drive to the right field, bringing in Bear Camacho. It was now a 2-run game at the top of the 3rd inning.
The Bandits maintained their lead at the bottom of the 3rd inning, starting with John Wilson delivering a hit to the right field, bringing in 2 runs. In the next at-bat, Harry Nakamura hits a pop-up to first base, and it should have been an easy out, but the Braves' first baseman misjudged and was unable to catch the ball. A wild pitch from the Braves allowed for the Bandits to score another run before the inning ended. The score was now 10-4. It was still early in the game, anything could happen, but it was an easy 3 outs at the bottom of the 4th inning with Braves players hitting 2 pop-up flies and hit straight to the 3rd. Both teams were unable to score in the 4th inning and 5th inning, and the Braves were able to get 1 in the 6th inning by a run from Vijay Iguito, bringing the score to 10-5 at the end of the 6th inning. The Braves came out swinging at the top of the 7th inning, capitalizing on the wild pitch from Harry Nakamura to score a run. With the stakes high, the Bandits decided to bring in Ben Taisaken to replace Nakamura, but that did not stop the Bandits from getting more hits and runs in. The Bandits got 5 runs in and was now anyone's ballgame at 10 apiece. Bandits were unable to score, causing the game to go into extra innings. The game was still anyone's to win as the teams entered the top of the 8th inning. With their offense clicking and bases loaded, the Bandits' second baseman dropped the ball, allowing the third base runner to cross the home plate. With a great hit to right field and another to left, two runners were able to cross home plate. The Bandits' defense was scrambling, and another error by the catcher allowed one of the Braves' runners to advance from second to third, and the other from third to home. With bases loaded again, they continued to put pressure on the Bandits' defense, hitting a solid ball to center field that brought in another batter. The Bandits finally stopped them, but the damage was done with the score 10-18, Braves lead. Entering the bottom of the 8th inning, the Bandits had one last chance, but were only able to get one run in. The game ended with a convincing comeback victory for the Braves, with a final score 11-18.
In a dominant victory last Friday on May 12, the Cardinals soared past the Blue Jays. The Cardinals came out strong in the top of the first inning, taking an early lead, scoring 4 runs thanks to the impressive efforts of Shane Yamada, Noki Saralu, Nate Camacho, and Gerald Cabrera. The Blue Jays started off slow with no runs for the first 2 innings, but they found their way in the 3rd inning with a run to home base by James Salalila. In the top of the 4th inning, the Cardinals dominated the game with an impressive 9 runs, rounding up the Cardinals lineup with runs from Shane Yamada, Noki Saralu, Gerald Cabrera, Brian Camacho, Thorne Sablan, KJ Villagomez, T.S. Sablan, and Jonah Flores. With this powerful performance, the Cardinals took the lead 13-2 by the end of the 4th inning. The Blue Jays fought back to make a comeback with 2 runs to home plate by Alden Nescabe and Travis Malwell-Bond in the bottom of the 5th. The Cardinals put up a solid defense, preventing the Blue Jays from scoring any more runs throughout the game. In the top of the 5th inning, the Cardinals guaranteed their victory thanks to Noki Saralu's home run, the second one for this season. This giving them a solid lead of 14-3, ending the game early at the end of the 5th inning. As of May 12, the Cardinals continue to lead in the Tan Holding Saipan Baseball League 2023, followed by the Falcons for 2nd and the CK Bears for 3rd.
The NMIFA PSS Interscholastic Soccer League High School Girls Division Finals were held at NMISTC on May 11 at 4:30 p.m. The top 2 teams, Marianas High School and Saipan International School, faced each other one last time for the championship title. The whistle was blown and both teams had numerous chances to get a goal in, but none surpassed their goalkeeper. It was an exciting first half as both teams failed to put up one on their scoreboard. 8 minutes into the second half, Marianas High School's Jana Casarino scored a goal, giving the lead and the first goal of the match. SIS Caitlin Chavez tried to get one, but MHS goalkeeper Erich Carrion was on fire the whole match and did not let any goal get past her. MHS did not lay off on their offense, and with a pass from Casarino in the last minute, Alisa Angles tapped in one and got another goal, locking in the victory and the title. Final score of the match was 2-0, making Marianas High School the champs once again for this season. MHS Erich Carrion was named the most valuable player with her great saves and assists to the offense. SS Caitlin Chavez was awarded the Golden Boot for scoring a total of 15 goals in 7 matches.
The Take Care Youth Soccer Spring League had their championship games over the weekend at NMISTC Coblerville. Let's take a look at who came out on top in their divisions. In the 12 under boys division, Kanoa FC and Shirley's FC met on the field for a chance at the championship title. From the start, it was a very intense game. Just 7 minutes after the whistle was blown, Kanoa's RJ Manabat scored the first goal of the match. But not so long after, Shirley's Charles Molina answered back for his team with the half ending at a draw, 1-1. Second half came into play and both teams tried to get the lead in the game. Charles Molina scored another for Shirley's, but they couldn't feel safe for long as Kanoa's RJ Manabat responded with another shot 4 minutes after. Both teams put out all the stops for another goal but failed to find the back of the net. This led to a penalty shootout where each team took a shot at the goal from the penalty mark. Shirley's FC's keeper managed to keep one out of the goal and his teammates followed by shooting one after another, leading to their victory and title as the 12 under boys division champions. So, in second place is Kanoa, followed by Southern United and Matanza as 4th. In the 14 under girls division, Southern United FC and Kanoa FC returned to the pitch for their final match of the season. Southern United came out strong with an aggressive offense, scoring their first goal in just 2 minutes thanks to Rosie Saralu's impressive performance, putting them ahead 1-0. Kanoa's defense held strong and didn't let up, making sure the opposing team only scored 1 goal for the half. The girls kicked off the second half with Saralu scoring another point for her team from the penalty line, giving them a 2-point advantage. Kanoa made an effort to score but was unable to get through Southern United's goalkeeper and ultimately suffered a defeat. The match came to an end with the sound of the final whistle and the score stood at 2-0. For the 14 under girls division, Southern United FC was awarded the championship title. Following in second is Kanoa, then Shirley's in third. Kanoa FC and Matanza FC faced off in a fierce battle for the top spot in the 14 under boys category. With a strong start, Kanoa's Maximus Tirow scores a goal, putting his team ahead just 4 minutes into the first half. Kanoa went into the field with full force, dominating the game from the very start. Their passes from defense to offense were effortless as they left their opponents struggling to keep up. Tirow finds the back of the net once again and scores in the 10th minute. Rooney Gill follows up and scores twice in the 5th and 20th minute. Kanoa's Tirow ends the half with a hat-trick halftime score of 5-0. The second half kicked off and Matanza came out with a fierce defense as Bennett Harrow scores a goal at the 42nd minute of the game. Kanoa FC dominates the game with a 5-1 victory. Kanoa FC emerged victorious as the 14 under boys champions, with Matanza FC coming in second and MP United FC Team 1 taking third place. In the 17 under girls division, Kanoa FC faced off against Southern United FC for the championship title once more. Kanoa came out strong and dominated from the start, with Andre Kathan Chavez scoring 2 quick goals in the 3rd and 5th minute to take the lead. Audrey Castro of Kanoa scored again in the 9th minute, keeping up the momentum. Despite their best efforts, Southern United failed to score any goals against Kanoa FC in the first half. The second half kicked off and Kanoa subbed in their goalkeeper Mia Abuan to join the field. It paid off as she scored 1 for her team at the 34th minute. Castro got her second goal of the match in the 48th minute, and in the 59th minute, Aubrey White gets the last shot of the match. Final results for the game were 6-0. Southern United couldn't score any goals and had to accept the loss, and Kanoa FC secured a victory in the 17 under girls division, with Southern United FC coming in second and Shirley's FC taking third place. In the 17 under boys division, the matchup for the finals were Tan Holdings FC and Kanoa FC. The game drew a large crowd of supporters for both teams, all eager to cheer them on. The flags of both teams' logos fluttered around the field as the fans cheered on with all their might. At the 12th-minute mark, Tan Holdings' Isaiah Hossein slammed the ball into the net, scoring the first goal of the game and giving his team an advantage. And with just 60 seconds remaining on the clock, Hossein scores another goal, bringing the first half to a close with a score of 2-0. The second half kicked off with both teams putting up a strong defense, battling it out on opposite sides of the field. At the 49th minute mark, Anthony Austria made a swift move past the defenders and took the final shot of the game, securing Tan Holdings' championship win. Kanoa FC put up a good fight but were unable to break through Tan Holdings' solid defense and linked up their passes. Tan Holdings FC dominated the 17 under boys division and won the trophy with a 3-0 victory in the final. Following in second is Kanoa FC and in third, MP United FC. And that's a wrap for the Take Care Youth Soccer Spring League. In case you missed it, the teams moving on for the Michelob Ultra Cup playoffs from Pool A are the Martech Oasis, Ali'i Blue House, Save More, and the CK Saints, and they will be facing off with New Changming, Team Marianas, La Mesa Casina, and Sotro from Pool B for the initial matchup in the playoffs, which are scheduled starting on Tuesday, May 16, with Martech Oasis versus Sotro at 6 p.m. and Team Marianas versus Save More at 7:30 p.m. On Thursday, May 18, Ali'i Blue House will go against La Mesa Casina at 6 o'clock p.m., followed by New Changming and CK Saints at 7:30 p.m. Stay tuned for our episodes next week for the recap. On behalf of the MSPN team, thank you for subscribing and participating in our Instagram giveaway. Please be on the lookout for a message in your DMs to pick up your exclusive MSPN merch. We'll be doing more giveaways soon, so please subscribe and follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Marianas Sports Network so you don't miss it. Join us next time for highlights in the Dub Women's League, Tan Holdings Saipan Baseball League, and the Michelob Ultra Cup playoffs. I'm Edna.
And I'm Ray. See you next time on MSPN, where local sports matters.